Legendary X-Men writer Chris Claremont leaks spoilers for Secret Wars. Yes. Oh, yeah. Hey, look, it's Robert Downey Doom. And Chris Evans, but what's he wearing? Well... So Chris Claremont, who is known as the most famous X-Men comic writer of all time, recently appeared at a panel at Huntsville Pop Culture Expo 2025 and talked about the MCU. Well, like Matt McCloy says here, we can guess that Claremont might know specific details about the Flex due to getting credit for writing the X-Men. Similar to how Jim Starlin knew about Thanos in Infinity War and Endgame. Marvel Studios announced the cast of Avengers Doomsday, which includes the Fox X-Men actors. And, of course, Kevin Feige has confirmed a new Age of Mutants will be following Secret Wars, likely to, in part, adapt some of Claremont's comics. Yep. So these are probably spoilers. And it stands to reason, as the reasons McLoin points out here. Yeah, that's true. So Claremont might have a nod, especially, they got to make the royalty deals about certain plot points and whatnot that they're going to adapt to their narrative. But it originally happened in the course of him writing those X-Men stories. So that's why he gets to know some of this. So, one of the immediate ones for Secret Wars, and maybe even Doomsday, but perhaps this will show up in Secret Wars, Claremont drops the ball. But Robert Downey Jr. is playing multiple characters. It's already known RDJ will be back as Dr. Doom, but Claremont says Robert Downey Jr. is playing 4 characters. So here's the quote. Has anyone seen the commercial for the 50 superhero, 4 supervillain, not X-Men movie? Almost sounds like it. You better believe it. The Marvel movie that's in production now? I mean, we've got Robert Downey Jr. playing evil person. Iron Man. Wait, that's confusing. And then he's playing 2 other roles. Hey, what's this? Yeah. Well, Chris Evans is also playing multiple characters. So likewise, it's rumored that Chris Evans is back. And according to Claremont, Evans will also be playing multiple characters, including Captain Hydra. But then Chris Evans is playing Captain America, young Captain America, evil Captain America, Captain Hydra, or something like that, Lord Hydra, whatever. It's like, why didn't they just cast the original Avengers as all the characters? Villains, assistants, sidekicks. Oh, Chris. So, there you go. Oh, and look, remember she recently said, yeah, I'm not coming back. Well, Claremont also confirms Elizabeth Olsen will be back as Scarlet Witch, even though she said she's not. Apparently, after denying it, persiflously, I guess, vociferously. Anyway, for at least a year, What's-Her-Face is coming back as Widow. No, not Widow. Scarlet. No, not Scarlett Johansson. What's-Her-Face? You had the giant rock fall on Scarlet Witch. Oh, Elizabeth. Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen. Jeez, come on. A Scarlet Witch, right. So she's coming back not only as Scarlet Witch, but a good Scarlet Witch, So I don't know if that means that the Vision's coming back. Well, I think Vision's going to get his own DP series. Probably already in the can. Hey, it's Fam Condensed. Yeah, she'll have one more go at Jean Grey in, I guess, Doomsday and Secret Wars. And then that'll be that. So another bomb dropped by Claremont is that Famke Janssen, who played Jean Grey in the Fox Marvel X-Men movies, will be back. No real surprise. None of this is really surprising, actually. It's just, 4 characters that Robert Downey Jr.'s play. I didn't know that. I mean, I assumed he would play an alternate version of Iron Man somewhere in there. And I'm still wondering if he isn't. This is Tony Stark's body that Doom took over, you know, from some other universe. If not the Fantastic Four's universe, then one, it would be more cohesive and stuff if they said this is their Doctor Doom. And there was a Tony Stark in their universe who, I don't know, was still a genius, but maybe never became Iron Man. I don't know. But anyway, you know, Doom has that ability to swap bodies with people. So, you know, he stole Tony Stark's body. And probably after what happens in the Fantastic Four movie, which it doesn't look good for their world with Galactus being hungry and all, that wherever his original body was isn't going to survive, you know. So anyway, Claremont says she'll be back as Phoenix. It's my understanding that one of Feige's favorite X-Men stories from the comics is the Phoenix Saga. Of course, written by Claremont. Yeah. Boy, I wonder if they'll put her in a suit that's, you know, at least somewhat reflective of the actual Phoenix suit, you know. Yeah, they might. It's like all the original X-Men are coming back for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We didn't know if Famke Janssen would come back, but now Famke Janssen is coming back. But she's coming back as Phoenix, you know. It's like, oh yeah, she looked good in that suit. It'd be cool if they got her coming back, but I don't think so. It says Psylocke's coming back. Claremont says Psylocke will be returning for Avengers Doomsday and our secret wars, but she's not Asian. So that sounds like Claremont knows definite specifics about what's happening. Olivia Munn played Psylocke in X-Men Apocalypse, who happens to be Chinese Vietnamese. So maybe Munn won't be back in the role, but a new actress. I don't know. Come on. I mean, she really did. I mean, in the outfit and everything, she looked like Psylocke, you know? Anyway, and apparently Psylocke is coming back, but she's no longer Asian, still wearing the same outfit. So what the hell? Why is it? But she's still a woman, right? Anyway, big Wolverine info. Well, of course. I mean, if you're not bringing Wolverine back, well. Plus, Claremont continues dropping big balls. But interestingly enough, he says this one is a rumor, so maybe it's discussions he had with people in the industry, as I believe it hasn't hit the net as of yet. Claremont says Wolverine kills off an important character. One of the Avengers, maybe? There's a rumor that Wolverine's going to kill somebody important, which would just... I'm sitting here thinking, why are you going to do this and make us wait for 3 years for the first X-Men movie? Why don't you just make this the first X-Men movie? Who cares about the Avengers? Clap, 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 clap. It's only been 20 years. Get it right now, you know? Well, of course, he's more interested in X-Men because, you know, he's the X-Men guy. Well, Fantastic Four. Claremont continues with comments about the Fantastic Four, which is something we already knew. You could pretty much guess at most of this. But anyway, the MCU won't feature an origin story. Well, they kind of will. I mean, you can see it in the trailer. You know, they go into space, something goes wrong, they come back with superpowers. You know, that's the origin. The recently announced tie-in MCU comic book also confirmed the FF have been around for 4 years. 4 years. See? You see what? Yeah. Oh, and the FF are coming back. Oh, wait, they're already back, or will be already back in July, and it'll establish apparently that the FF will have been back for 3 years when they run into Galactus. And it's like, yeah, but shouldn't he be taller? Taller in the comic, it's like Godzilla's taller, is taller. So why not now? You know what it's like to deal with Marvel continuity. So, sounds like he's not entirely on board with everything, but what are you going to do? Claremont added he's fascinated in regards to what the MCU is doing with all the characters. Well, yeah. But I'm fascinated looking at this, and they have somewhere between 20 and 40 mainstream characters. We're talking A plus to B plus, maybe with a couple of B's thrown in for giggles. Characters in this one. I mean, the number of cool chairs with labels on them that they will have to have for the actors to sit on while they're waiting to be called for their scene, it would like stretch from here to, Mississippi. Yeah. So, it all begins with Avengers Doomsday. Although I'm guessing more and more of the end credit scenes for, Thunderbolts probably has something in it. There was a nod to something afoot in Brave New World and Fantastic Four. Wherever that ends up, they're probably going to have something like that too. And then pretty soon, it'll be Doomsday, and then Secret Wars. So anyway, the Russos are back filming all that. So there you go. Odds are, in some form or fashion, just about all of this is true. I mean, they've already announced several of the old X-Men coming back anyway. You knew it was all multiverse shenanigans. I thought Chris Evans, would be back. That's been rumored for a while. And but I didn't know he would get to play multiple versions of Captain America. But I guess he'll do that. And then I didn't know Robert Downey Jr. I just thought maybe 2, but 4. So, and that's something, But maybe that's making up for whatever plans they had with Kang, because there would be multiple Kangs, And now Kang's done. He's gone. I don't even know if they'll even bother to mention it. I mean, for multiple timelines and whatnot, he would have been the character to utilize, but then you could have introduced that Doom is the one who basically stole his plan and kicked him out. Once you go back to the original Secret Wars, Doom killed Kang, Yeah. But I mean, there's alternate realities of Kang, so you can never fully kill him, But anywho, there we go. Chris Claremont leaking stuff. And some of this they probably would have rathered he didn't. I mean, a good bit of it, like I said, you could guess. But the little tidbits, yeah. Oh, well, whatever. They're going for broke, It's Hail Mary pass and all that stuff. Will it work? Well, maybe for the individual movies of Doomsday and Secret Wars, but after that, I mean, you guys got to figure out how to do movies again. If you do crappy X-Men, that thing will be dead on arrival. Oh, well, time will tell.